QR code generators are a fantastic way to condense information, but internet-based QR code services are inherently insecure. Hello everyone, this is Rick with Cybernetics. Today we're going to show you how to use a simple QR code generator in ShareX that can easily create a scannable Wi-Fi QR code for instant network access with your phone. We also give a quick demo of how to generate a QR code directly on the iPhone. This is much more secure than using internet-based QR code services. The video is broken up into 4 parts. All parts are time-coded so you can skip around as desired. We're going to show you where to get ShareX. You go to getsharex.com in the download section, or you can download it from SourceForge or GitHub. You want to validate the hash function of the file to make sure it's the original one from the developer. There's a link to a video above talking about hash functions for files. You can click on the link if you want more details. Once you download the file, it's a good idea to go to VirusTotal and choose the file that you downloaded and run it through their database and make sure there is no known malware associated with that particular file. Once you've downloaded and installed it, you'll get the following screen. ShareX has a lot of capability. We're not going to get into all of that. We're primarily focused on the QR capability. So you go in here to the Tools menu, click Tools, and come down to QR Code. And there's a Decode and an Encode tab. Now we're going to build the QR code character string. We'll walk through all the details of the parameters and the format first, and then we'll build the actual string and show you how that's done. For a QR code on Wi-Fi, you will have Wi-Fi will be one of the first things in the string to identify it as a Wi-Fi QR code. Next will be the parameter T, and that's for the type of authentication. If you have no password, it'll just be T: all by itself. If you have WPA any type, it will be T: WPA. If you have WEP, it'll be T: WEP. The next parameter is the network SSID. Real simple. It's S: and the name of your network. And P for the password, and it's just P: and the password of your network. Finally, we have the visibility of the SSID. If the SSID is visible, it's just H:. If the SSID is hidden, it'll be H: true. And each of these parameters are separated by a semicolon. So let's go through an actual example. We're going to use WPA-PSK with a hidden SSID. So this table is great because you can just go to it and pick out all of the information. So the first thing we do is go to the Wi-Fi, and we put that in the character string, so it's just Wi-Fi : Next, we go to the type of authentication, and because it's PSK WPA, it's just going to be T: WPA. And next will be the parameter for your network SSID, so we just put in S: and the name of the SSID. For the password, it's just P: and the network password. And visibility SSID, since it's hidden, it'll be H: true. That's the character string that you will put into the QR code to authenticate to the network. And notice that the semicolon is used as a separator between each of the parameters. In the next part of the video, we'll build a QR code based on a PSK with visible SSID. And the character string will be T for WPA, and then S for the SSID is testing. And the password is going to be TestQrcode, and because the network is visible, we'll just have an H:. We'll demo creating this QR code and show logging in from both an iPhone and an Android phone. Before we get into using ShareX to create QR codes, I thought I'd mention a capability that's built into the Apple ecosystem, both on the mobile and desktop. It's called Shortcuts. And shortcuts can be used to create a QR code generator, and it does not require access to the internet. It's the same process where you just paste the test string into the QR code reader, and once it's done, it'll ask you what to do, and in that case, you can decide what you want to do with the QR code. In this case, you can save it as a note, and there's the QR code. We may do a future video on that and give you more details on how to set that up, but just thought I'd mention that for Apple devices. Now we're going to create the QR code using ShareX with the following example: WPA-PSK with the SSID name testing, password test QR code, and the SSID is visible. It's pretty simple with ShareX. You just come into the tools here and click Tools and go down to QR code. The thing to keep in mind, this is a locally generated QR code, does not use the internet. This is much more secure because you don't put your network information out on the web for somebody to potentially steal. And all we're going to do is come up here and copy the character string and paste the character string into the window here. And now you have the QR code. We can use Windows Screen Capture to capture the screen code, or you could save it with ShareX itself. I'm going to use the Windows Screen Capture, just Win-Shift-S, and there you go. You have the QR code. Now you can save that wherever you want and then print it out. The more complicated part of this may be when you have someone come over and wants to scan the code, their phone may not be set up properly. So we'll go through this on the iPhone, on the Android phone, and show you how to scan the QR code. The easiest way to scan a QR code on the iPhone is to come into the upper right-hand corner, pull down. When you do that, you may have a QR code scan option here. Presently, that's not displayed. So what we'll do is we'll walk through and show you how to set that up. Click on Settings, go to the Control Center. You can add the QR code scanning. Or just click the little plus. Now that we've added the QR code scanner to the control panel, we can just click QR code scanner. Focus in on the QR code, select Join the Network, and there you go. It's on the testing network. Really just that simple. So we'll come over to the Android phone and select Camera. And if I try to scan the QR code, you can see presently it will not scan the QR code. And the reason for that, again, similar to the iPhone, is you have to turn on the QR code scanning capability right here. We can go back to the camera, focus in on the QR code, connect to the network, just like it says right there. And there you go. Testing connected. If you follow the format listed in the video here, you'll be able to easily create the QR code and save it, print it out, and make it easy for anyone else to scan the network. That's a wrap on how to generate Wi-Fi QR codes locally on Apple devices and Windows with ShareX. Would you please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel? This supports our efforts in helping others with technology. Post any questions or comments below and have a great and wonderful automation day.